This has some huge impacts on the Seattle Seahawks season this year, next year, and beyond. We got to talk about some contract issues, questions, debates, ideas. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. What's going on, everybody? Christian Pedersen back with another episode of Seahawks Digest, the show that is wishing you all a happy Father's Day if you were watching this on actual Father's Day. If not, just wishing you well for tuning back into another episode as we kill time in the off season. As always, I'm told by my bosses to hit the little pitch of like, subscribe, dislike, share, comment, YouTube buttons in the first couple of minutes of every episode. All right, get that out of the way. Let's talk about the headline that I saw today that I want to talk about with you guys. This article advocating that not just advocating, declaring that the Seahawks must extend Leonard Williams before Devon Witherspoon. And I'm curious all of your thoughts. There's somewhat of age before beauty kind of thing here. Do we want to pay the veteran? Do we want to pay the young guy? Do we want to pay both of them? Can we pay all of them? Let's break it down. I think my very first question, because I do say comment, you guys have been fantastic at this. Let me know what your thoughts on all of this is. We can't pay everybody max contracts every single year all time. Like, there is a salary cap, so there is a physical limitation to the amount of cash that you can always throw at people. I guess as we go through all of this, what do you prioritize? Are veteran leadership that is proven, or do you want to get in early on a guy who's going to eventually have the ceiling of like, oh, he could be big money, and if we sign him a little bit more than he's exactly worth right now, it will average out to actually be a good deal? Because that seems like the two philosophies. Let's call up the article. We'll go through what it says here. The alleged. Always got to hit you with the air quotes on this, the alleged NFL insiders, because what do any of us really actually know about what's going on with this? Witherspoon is already one of the better young cornerbacks in the league. He's been named to the Pro Bowl in each of his first 3 seasons. The Seahawks are committed to giving Witherspoon an extensive deal, but they must consider the long-term effects of that deal affecting the salary cap. The front office is looking to deal for Darnold and Murphy. Next offseason, they have to think about Williams, who will be 32 years old this week while he's playing at an incredibly high level. He doesn't have many years left in the league. So that's what I'm saying. That's where I was saying it's always a weird thing when someone's between like 29 and 32. And I say that as a 35-year-old, so I get it. The grays are coming in, and I'm being a hypocrite. But the fall-off happens really fast. So do you give a guy who's 32... Do you give him 2 years? Do you give him 3 years? Do you give him 5 years, knowing that you're going to want to bake some of that cake in the last few years of like, oh, we'll restructure this, or plan on not really actually having this be the thing? Because to me, it's, like I said, you want, like, Witherspoon's young, but you want to get in on him now before you end up needing to pay him like the full value of what a superstar is worth. Because I am yet to see a superstar's contract given out to a superstar at the peak of his stardom. And I know I just said star 5 freaking times in one sentence. Apologies, but like the Revis contract comes to mind for me. He did all of this work to get to that deal, and then got that deal right as he was finishing his 20s and immediately started back downhill. Now, it wasn't like 2 years later Revis was just whiffing at everything and letting balls go by, but he never made it worth it. So do we want to wait on Witherspoon and let him end up shackling us unintentionally because we're like, okay, we let him play himself into this massive contract, and now we have to pay for him? This article advocates that the Seahawks could pay a veteran like Williams more money up front than spread it out. JSN and Cross are receiving more money in the back end of their deals. $10 million for Cross in the upcoming season for occasions such as playing like older veterans like Williams. The Seahawks, they have currently, as of us talking about this, just over $25 million in cap space. I don't think 13th in the league necessarily matters. But it's a curious number to read. Like, is there anybody we're forgetting right now between these two? I don't have anyone else on my need them to get paid radar. I also, if I'm being completely cold and, unattached, like, hey, thanks for your help in winning us a Super Bowl, I don't think there's any player on this defense right now that is completely irreplaceable. There are guys like Witherspoon who are incredibly talented that would be a loss to see them go if we don't have the available money, and that would be a bummer. But I trust our front office and coaching staff in both the ability to draft, trade, or I shouldn't say both, all three, draft, trade, and develop players. Like what red flag has our front office put up in the last couple of years where you look at it and you go, okay, we need to hold on to this guy because he is the first of the cornerbacks in franchise history who's good. He's the first rusher that we've ever traded for who's been good. He's the first, I get that we can't keep always hitting the lottery on all these guys, but I like having a little bit of flexibility left over. So if we can work out something where it's like, giving Williams some sort of veteran, solid, give him a chunk right now for 2 years, and we'll kick the can down the line a little bit with Witherspoon. Okay, but does eating up those two guys to then not give us the chance to re-sign Darnold? Or is Darnold something where once his deal is up, then we should be talking, and maybe this is a complete other, is there another quarterback to... Maybe we have our boy already on the depth chart who is going to, maybe Jalen Milroe's going to actually be the franchise quarterback of the future, and Darnold's just here for another year until we let him go. It doesn't all revolve around these two guys, and get what I'm saying can be construed as kind of dumb because I'm not saying let Darnold go. This is just the sort of the freeform jazz that I'm doing as I think through contracts, but I'm trying not to shut down all of our free space. I also would be very curious about how this could all be changed and impacted by new ownership. Not that the Allens are any sort of lame duck, like running out of money type thing, but if there really is a change of ownership coming in the next couple of weeks, according to some NFL insiders, maybe months, do you go out and fill up the cap space by signing guys? Even if you're saying, hey, look, our GM and our coaches and everybody are signing off on adding these players back to our roster, does that in some way hamper the sale of the team or affect it in any way? I don't know. I truly just am just filling and killing time until we get the season back, as you can all tell, especially if you have watched this far in the video. Greatly appreciate to you. I'll stop talking. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Seahawks Digest. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.